No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Florida Gators, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Snap it to the back. Look out, he's got room. Gets it past the marker. There he goes. The 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gator.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Throws it back. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Henderson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Reels it in down the left side. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know,
he wants to go deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Fires on the move. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage called, and they get the INT.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking deep. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida.
This is an offense that wants to take shots in the pass game. That time they went play action, and they were throwing the go route. That's one-on-one. Who's faster? The receiver gets in behind the defender. He is able to make the catch and take it in for the score.
Florida 14, Auburn 0.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, take, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that to the end zone, making a huge play.
Getting set for the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Trying play action. Finds his big tight end. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Off the play fake on first down to throw.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the left. Breaks into the open. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. To the air, it's Baker. And it's incomplete on third down.
Good job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down the distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Gets rid of it. Fires to the tight end. And he's knocked down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The play action fake. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Trying to find the end zone.
Pass on second down. Caught by the receiver. Gain of 15. First and goal, Florida.
Both teams made no secret. They wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. A designed run from the quarterback. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Looking for a man. It's Baker. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture. After such a long drive, so many first downs, you've gotten right down to the doorstep. Fourth down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
So the offense will try to punch it in here on fourth and goal from the one. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He leaves it with the back. Gives them a little more breathing room. A 3-yard gain out to the 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
He'll do it himself. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, give on the inside. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. There is a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn. James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes. And it's just a physical mindset of Auburn. And they're always that team that wants to run the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Gonna take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field, stretch it vertically, and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
That's reeled in. It's Richard. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They're moving quickly after that big fourth down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Under fire. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
To the air on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Tompkins. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Making side adjustments here. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's going for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. LSU is down, but they are not out of it. Not in Tiger Stadium, a place Bear Bryant once said was like playing inside a drum. Maybe the best home field advantage in football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Alabama. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Running back searching for a hole.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He throws one to the left. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to throw, it's Baker. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Blasted as he lets it go. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. It is good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting
complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. And some room to work. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Quarterback empties his backfield. Dropping back, it's Baker. Picked off. What a way to set him up. Looking for more room. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn!
You always hear the old saying, tips lead to picks. Quarterbacks have got to be careful. You've got to be so accurate with the ball. If you're not, and a defender tips that thing up into the air, bad things generally happen. Pick 6. Doesn't get much worse than that.
Up by 1, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. He'll set up to throw. And he snatches it and comes down in the end zone for the 2.
You know, teams practice two-point plays all throughout the week and all throughout the year for situations like that. You need to make it a 3-point game so your opponent can only tie now with a field goal. Great job of execution.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Terrific job not just settling for the negative play and getting it to the running back.
Yeah, and you're supposed to go through your progressions, and you're obviously wanting to attack down the field and make a big play, but a lot of times when you dump it off to the running back, he can make something happen. And you're right, get something positive out of it instead of taking a sack.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Baker. Grab near the marker, it's Miller. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Touchdown Gators! And that one will give them the lead. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. So here comes the Auburn offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He wants to change this route. This time on target. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw again. Quick strike complete. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
They get to him as he throws. Pulls it in. It's Henderson. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple of shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'd be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Quarterback making checks. Now on the move. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Using his feet. Moving toward the end zone. Ball out! Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
They'll leave it with him. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And his offense didn't have much space to go backwards anymore. They've given that up, man. You got to be physical. You got to find a way to get this ball out of the area of your own end zone. You don't want to flirt with the safety, and that means being physical and getting it back downhill, not going backwards.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. These guys in a much better position after that penalty on the D. Now it's 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Baker. They go to the wide receiver screen. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They've got it in the red zone at the 16.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the 3rd quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
And it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. The give to the back. He goes out of bounds, a couple of yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Rides to the back. A sweet run gets it out to the 30-yard line, and that can really jumpstart a drive.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
They'll run play action. Unloads to the right. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
The Gators have their offense in high gear. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in this situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Baker. Unloads to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30.
This defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds his big tight end. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The Gators had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tied ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking for a man. It's Baker. Forced out of the pocket. He'll Oh, he's got some space. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all three phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll give it to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gators have it in scoring position on first and goal. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Here. He'll try it again. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Florida.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Good, right down the boulevard. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period.
And that was an important kick here in the fourth quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in an empty set. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this offense is up against it here, trailing late in the game. The defense knows they're going to throw the football. First down, they get sacked. Second down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a play on third down.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Wants to adjust the pattern. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Zips it out to his man. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us.